Right, so last video I was early morning in Europe, trading all the way up here at 3,500 gold. And then I did mention how it is, what you need is a massive reversal day where it's trading up and it closes down. Didn't think it would be the day, but it was the day, and that's what you got yesterday. So a big reversal in gold. It kind of indicates it wants to come back down quite a bit today. There's some weird stuff on the open, actually. It's like a big drop, $30, $40, but it looks like it was real because we're continuing. We made new lows just now. So gold is down 2%-ish. I feel like we need to come down to first level of support. There's nothing obvious. You got something here, I guess, but real first level is 3,250-ish. But for me, the key one would be old clear breakout zone of 3,170. That takes quite a few percentage points. That'll take a few days. Let's see. Gold is the kind of thing which is not going to dip too much because it's just gone up so much. It'll come down a bit, but I don't want to be too greedy and wait too much. But this is like a gold on its own move. Gold is independent. Gold's gone up on its own, kind of regardless of what's been going up. You've got the market up and gold's been going up, and then you've got the market down. Gold's definitely gone up. It's just gold's being revalued way higher, and that's done. And it's just gone up too much too fast. So down we go. What is very interesting, and silver, silver and the miners have been following the markets. They've been following, if the market's down 2% and gold's up 2%, that's kind of happened a lot recently. The miners would kind of be sideways, up a little bit, down a little bit. The silver miners would be down, maybe the gold miners would be up a little bit. But gold just got to be viewed independently because silver today, now, whilst gold's down 2%, silver's up 1%. Obviously, that's very rare, but that's because silver's following the markets. The markets have had a good sort of last 2 days. You've had some earnings. What's silver got to do with earnings? But I feel like it does because, you've had some Teslas or whatever. A few of the MAGAs are up, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10% from yesterday, if you include after hours. And if the market's up, then silver's following the markets more. So, and also silver, I kind of watch copper with it. Copper's got a similar chart. It's been maybe a little stronger than silver. But yeah, interesting that they're up whilst gold's down huge. So gold is just doing its own thing. If you look at the DXY, by the way, obviously that's been going down like crazy. But interesting that the day we've got the gold reversal is the day that DXY had a beautiful like bottom around 98, close at high of day. Today a little red. Interesting how gold is down even though DXY is red. Again, for me, gold, you got to look at it a little independently. It's just on its own. Look at the RSI. It's crazy. It needs to come down. And it doesn't matter what yields the dollar, the market's doing. I think gold's just going to have a red day today, no matter what. And hopefully it has another red day. So you can expect the senior gold miners to be red. The silver miners, not as obvious. I mean, yesterday they were red more than gold, but with silver up 1% and the market that's going to be up probably today, it's hard to see the silver miners down. And it's interesting, you had like gold down heavy yesterday at one point, towards the end of the day, let's say. But even during the day, actually, so gold was down, you know, early, let's say, but then the market was up and the miners are sort of sideways. So it proves that the miners are stuck between both worlds, gold and the markets. But with silver up and the markets up, silver miners should be up. But gold is just down, so I expect the seniors to be down. Let's take a quick look at GDX so you can see how that's top heavy, it wants to come down. I went through all the levels yesterday, so I don't even need to speak that much. Just need to look at my charts maybe. So I've got these levels here, little gap fill. That should be done today. I think GDX is likely to follow gold and gold is down. So I expect just another drop, right? Just chart wise, candlestick wise, this needs to come down. So 48.50 to 47.50, little gap. I would love it to come down more. I've trimmed my miners a bit too much, so I've been looking forward to this day where everything comes down. GDXJ, same thing. Bam, the pre-gap around 60, big number. That's your first area. Would I be buying there? I don't know. If gold's not stable and the market looks like it wants to come down, because the market's pumped a lot, right? Haven't gone down to retest the lows yet. So I don't think the market pump's going to last long either. So that could be an opportunity to see miners come down, kind of regardless of what gold does. Silver would come down too with the markets, I think. So you could see GDXJ come down. If we look at the silver side, SIL, it's a bit like GDX and GDXJ. top heavy, flush this little low over there, close the low of day, we should be seeing, this gap fill 38.5-ish, maybe lower in the coming days if the markets come down. And then you've got SILJ that just doesn't look like all of the mining charts I've looked at so far. Didn't go up that much, close at low of day near support. Gap fill should be a given, even though the markets and silver are going to be up. It'd be interesting to see what SILJ does. Does it bounce here? Just what about gold being down 2% this morning? If that holds by the open, you just got to watch. But if it's going to go down, because gold's down, and then the next couple of days, silver and the markets come down, you could go all the way down there. It's weak as it is. I'll be watching that. I'm in no hurry to buy anything, right? We've gone up like crazy. Overall, precious metals have been going up like crazy, even the miners. So I'm nibbling, not at first support, but maybe second support overall, but then I'll get a bit heavier as they go down. Let's look at the individual miners. Newmont, very nice. That'll come down. That'll probably gap fill. That'll follow gold. Gold's down heavy, so I expect at least the gap fill. Then I got the next levels on the way down. Let's see. 52. Is that really a buy? Maybe, maybe. Small nibbles. Barrett Gold. That'll definitely fill the gap. That is, if that comes down even more, who knows? Today could be down like low 19s. Next level of support for me is kind of the ascending over here-ish, but it's not going to go there. But this one also will follow gold. Gold down heavy. Agnico Eagle. Don't expect this one to come down too much. First level is here. I can't buy there, but that might be as low as it goes. This thing just keeps going up. I don't know. I might even nibble there, as absurd as it is. Next level I've got is there. 110, 111. Oh, I was selling at 100. But anyway, it doesn't matter where I sold. It's about where it's going. And I think at 110 it kind of bounces and it could never go lower. Yeah, I'll probably buy at those two levels very, very lightly. And if we go down even more for whatever reason, I can't imagine that, then I'm starting to get ridiculously heavy in Agnico again at 100, which is like almost one of my last sell zones, I think. Yeah, so this one also follows gold. So it should be down today as long as the drop in gold sustains. Pan America, that's your first level. Again, silver's up 1% and the market's going to be up. It'd be very interesting to see what the silver miners do today. But then again, imagine they go up or they don't go down, they just go sideways just because silver and the markets are up. Well, what happens when silver and the markets drop? Then they'll come down regardless of gold. It's a hard one. Anyway, I just look at the levels, you place your buy orders, and then it is what it is. You just got to trust your technicals. For me, 25.50 is just too high. It's too high. But then going down to 23 is maybe asking too much. 10% drop in Pan America. I don't know about that. I need to consider my buys in silver stocks, including Pan America. Wheaton, another one, bit like Agnico. Don't expect too much of a drop. Me, my first level, I got 80, big round number, kind of breakout zone, the last breakout zone. This is more of a breakout zone, 78. Maybe my first nibble would be there, very light. And then I got 75-ish, 74, sorry. Yeah, here I would start buying like average size nibbles. Still nibbles, like 5% entries, but I'd probably get to like 10% here or something. Franco Nevada, another senior beast that's made new highs, closed at low of day. That's my first level old breakout. And then down here, this is where I would really prefer to buy. I might not even buy here, just watch it. I mean, it's been there the last couple of days and I've sold that area, I think. No, it doesn't matter. Down here, 162 would probably be my first buy, this mini gap breakout zone. And if we go lower, yes, decent buys will take place there. Metalla, I'm in no hurry to buy Metalla. I don't even want to buy Metalla again. I've got first support around here. That'll be easily cracked today. Metalla should follow gold. Then we got this sort of zone, this retested the breakout just below 3. Not in a hurry. Honestly, not in a hurry. This thing can retrace the whole way. If we go down in under 290, and maybe I'll buy like 270 or something this zone. I don't expect to go all the way down, but I might nibble here and then that's it. And then if it pumps again, I sell more than I bought there. I just almost reduce it to zero and just put the proceeds, spread it across the other miners. Let's look at silver stocks. For me, the other ones, like everything I've covered now, they're just gold stocks. They'll be down because they've gone up like crazy, except Batala. But they'll go down because gold is down quite a lot. So I'll just place my buys at those zones that I indicated, especially the lower ones. But the silver stocks, they have not gone up much, as you can see. Look at First Majestic. We saw SILJ, small, weak pump. These I trimmed also. I trimmed across the board. So the senior gold stocks, I kind of regret because I could have got more out of it, even though I trimmed like 15-20% max. So the holdings are still there, the value. But the silver stocks I trimmed, they're all lower than the last trim, all of them. And look at First Majestic. You have a big drop today. You're trading back down to 520. Now silver's up and the markets will be up, but honestly, by the close today, maybe the market's topped out. Maybe we close with the kind of candle in the markets, S&P, Nasdaq, whatever, that indicate tomorrow we're going down. I think regardless, markets, gold, yields, dollar, I think silver stocks will be back down again from where they are now. They will be in a few days trading lower than where they are now, which means you could get First Majestic at 520 because this is a zone. I should be buying this, but I won't. And even if we're up today, I'm not. If we're up in silver and silver miners, I'm not buying. I'm waiting for a one level lower in silver miners across the board. So for me, 520, we're out of zone, but it was a low of day close. And yeah, I just feel like silver miners will end up lower. Just be interesting to see how they are with silver up but gold down today. Fortuna, this is my first level here, 580. I wouldn't buy it. If we go down to 520, I would. And obviously, if we go lower, I would again. So that's what I got for Fortuna. CDE, low of day. Again, what happens today with silver up but gold down? Pretty huge. I mean, who knows? You could even have the silver miners follow gold down just because of the weak close and maybe the markets they're kind of weak. And with the markets weak and gold weak, I don't even think it matters if silver's up a bit. You could end up still sort of sideways down. And if the market drops back down, we go. Anyway, I'm repeating myself. So $5 is where I would buy CD. I wouldn't buy it here, although I recognize it is a bit of a zone. But I think $5 I buy, 460 I really buy, and who knows, it could go lower. And if we look at Heckler, similar, that gap fill is a given. It's probably already done. For me, I'm not buying Heckler until we go down to here, like just under five or just under five, this sort of 490 to $5 zone. And if we go lower, then I buy even more. EXK. For me, EXK is, I mean, not for me, it is. It's super weak. Look at that. That was the pump, you know, with gold at 3,400. I know it's a silver stock, but really. So if we have a move down, I think $3 is super easy. I would nibble on $3 just on general principle because it's so cheap, but I recognize it would probably go lower. If we're going down there, it's probably the start of a move lower in silver miners, and we could go 280. We could even go to 250. So I'd be buying from $3 down, nibbles, small nibbles. Not going to be aggressive on EXK. You can be aggressive on other silver stocks maybe, but EXK not yet. Mag Silver, one of the stronger ones, one of the more senior ones. For me, first buy would be 14. I'd nibble in. If we go lower, 12.50, I'd nibble there. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Now, back to the sort of gold mid tiers. This one, Aris Mining's done super well. First level here, old breakout 520, not buying there. Next level 490, not buying there. And maybe it just goes there and bounces and goes up. Fine. I'm happy holding what I've got. If we go low, 440, okay, here I'll start buying. I feel like that's where I'll start buying. But today we'd probably go to 490 because it follows gold and gold's down quite a bit. I am gold, another gold follower. This one should flush. Obviously, everything is considering gold keeping its like still being down 2% by the open, that's a given here. So $7, wouldn't buy that either. I think I'd first buy at 660, the old breakout. That'd be a nice drop in I am gold, down 12%. I mean, that's not gonna happen today, but this week you could have a drop of 12%. It's quite a big drop. But that you'd need gold down 2% today and maybe even tomorrow. Or just, yeah, if gold just continues to have a drop week and then it starts to stabilize, you could get iron gold there. And there I would buy iron gold. I would, which is basically where I last sold it probably. I just buy back what I sold, or maybe add more, buy more than I sold. I don't know, but I'd buy something at 660. B2 gold, I'm in no hurry for this one. It's just got geopolitical risks that the other ones don't have. Although I think they are overpriced in. I think you got to get gap fill. It's going to follow gold. It's probably, yeah, gap fill is a given. But I'm not buying until we go down here. If we go down there, otherwise I hold what I've got. But for me, 270, I don't know about the low 260s, but 270, I probably start buying. Equinox, this one's going to be a beast. This one will come down. It'll follow gold. I don't know about 620s, but if it gets there, I'm buying that. And if it goes lower than 620, like anything in the fives, 580, I'd buy that for sure. Because here you got really strong support, ascending and horizontal coinciding. SBSW, this is just a monster, very, very volatile. I think that will come down probably. I don't know. The market's up. It's a multi-metal. This one doesn't follow gold as much as the others, so it'll go down, but not too much. I think I'd buy this if it goes to 420. I'm not in a hurry all the way up here because this thing moves a lot. So 420, just nibbles, gap fill them. Down here, I'd buy because I missed it last time I was there. I thought we were gonna flush and keep going with the recession and bear market starting, but then gold just went crazy, so it followed. But I think low falls I start buying, and here I'd buy again. I think this is like a serious floor. So there you go. Absolutely crazy. By the way, what the hell is this about? Nova Gold, which is a a senior miner that's just been at the lows, and I've avoided it because I just don't like the chart. It's weak. But this is someone must have bought this. This is a standout here. 40% is wild, and it was higher. If that takes out 480, which it could do today, even with gold down, I don't even care what the news is. That candle suggests we're not done. Like it's a serious, justified move. You take out four and start closing at five. It's time to zoom out and look at seven or something. But anyway, it's just going to be interesting today. Honestly, with gold down, gold being down doesn't surprise me. We're waiting for that blow off top. Yesterday we got it, obviously. Today's continuation, that doesn't surprise us. But silver being up, that's, oh, look at that. More low of day in gold. I believe. Yeah. Look at that. We may even test 3,300 and flush that. Good, good. Flush it out. It's healthy. Very healthy. Now it looks a bit more doable. Not today, but 3,240. If you can go up $100 a day, you can come down like 1 or 2 days, $100. But it's really interesting. Gold down. I mean, gold is on its own. But if you on its own, it's moving regardless of silver, the markets even. Like it did move up when the markets start flushing, but it kind of did its own thing. You'd have up days when the market's up too. It's just it needed to go up. It went up. It went up too much too fast. Now it's going down. Beautiful. Um, but silver's up because the market's up. Silver's just being viewed as the industrial metal and gold is the monetary metal right now. And I just can't wait to see how miners react to this to the fact that gold is up and silver gold is down and silver's up, especially silver miners. Which way do you go? And by the way, the markets, right? Yeah, we had Tesla and a few announcing, yeah, it'll go up. But for me, markets, like just looking at the S&P, 550, sorry, you're not really allowed to take out 550. You'll probably struggle at 540. And what if the market starts to feel toppy and come down? Silver will probably come down too with the markets and silver miners. Does that mean gold goes up at that point, or does gold maybe continue going down because gold needs to come down anyway? Because I could imagine gold going down and the markets going down just because gold's still not stabilized yet. That would really send silver and the silver miners down, where the market's down and gold is still down. Like the market's down 2% and gold is down $30 still. That will crush the miners and the silver miners and bring them back down to extremely cheap and opportunistic levels. Anyway, it's going to be really interesting just to see silver miners today if the current gains and losses hold. All right, good luck.